Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jefficho. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
Universal Soldier Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Mm-hmm.
Dolph Lundgren. I love Lundgren, man.
Yep.
He does so much fun still.
Looked like he had a great time in this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it definitely started off both of them being very stiff because of like the circumstances.
Yes.
But, and I don't know if Jean-Claude ever got out of that.
No, he didn't.
But, well, Lundgren did.
Mm-hmm. I think what I said a couple times watching this is this really felt like a Schwarzenegger movie that Van Damme got cast in.
Yeah. And because he's smaller, he got beat up where Arnold probably would have kicked Lundgren's ass.
Yeah, maybe. But like it felt like a Schwarzenegger character, right?
You just think one-liners and all that.
I thought he did.
I don't see the, not to say the tiny little guy, but like I just don't see Schwarzenegger being like the underdog in this.
Well, you know, he's the one versus many, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of gives me like an Eraser vibe when his whole team turns on him and he has to take everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
Kill that motherfucking traitor! That's an order!
The movie starts out, Vietnam War.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got some soldiers running and telling like everyone he's lost it, man. And then Luke's just like, screw it, I'm going in.
Yeah.
Sarge, what's going on? You know, all these
Ears.
yellow traitors and
Ears.
stuff. Yeah. And he's got his ear necklace, which is iconic to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've never forgotten that. And it just came to so many good puns and one-liners later.
Yeah, jokes. Man's got jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got a couple of hostages.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, Luke's trying to talk him down.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Shoots him, tries to get him to shoot him.
Yeah. I was saying at the start, wow, this is a really quick movie. They're both dead. All right.
Yeah, I like that, you know, after the girl gets grenaded and he's been shot in the leg, then he picks up the rifle or whatever and he charges and he stabs him like, that thing has bullets, you know? I'm just thinking at that point, like, because I think it's a long time ago, but like, why would you choose these people all the way over in Vietnam to bring back to the States and do your program when it's just like, you probably could have just got volunteers or something for this.
Maybe.
Because, like, they've been dead for a few hours at least. That can't be good for their brain. Like,
yeah. I guess they wanted to keep it in the military. You know, there's some guys dying over there already.
Yeah.
Could sort something out.
Yeah, then we jumped to present day, which I'm assuming is when the movie came out, 90s, 92.
Mm-hmm. No, it said it was the present day.
Well, you know, that got lost right away when the cameras on these body cams wouldn't work at all. Like, clear that image up. We can't, it's the 90s.
It's a miracle that it even does this.
Yes. They go to the Grand Canyon, I think that? Not the Grand Canyon.
That was the Hoover Dam,
Hoover
so
Dam,
right around the canyon. It's in Nevada.
Yeah, I'm close. Geography is not my strong point.
Mm-hmm.
They send in the Universal Soldiers, and this is their third successful mission.
They're very effective.
They walk in, you know, it's like shoot. I was like, I would have timed it for the same time, but and then you get to see the legendary, in my opinion, Ralf Moeller walking down as a repairman, taking some shots to the chest, and then sitting up and shooting the bad guy.
Yeah, works great.
Yeah.
Shooting!
A few flashbacks for Jean-Claude. And he's remembering a bit of his past and it freezes. So they're just like, oh, well, that's a bit of a hiccup. But they tell the media, they're just like, this is the third mission. Perfect outcome every time. Save all the hostages.
They do seem pretty effective.
Yeah.
Like, their actual, you know, right up until they started malfunctioning, it seemed like they were getting pretty much exactly what they wanted out of this.
I mean, there's a full team of them. But I only really saw the three take everybody out. But they were walking over bodies, but that might have been hostages. Yeah, and the reporter gets out there. She shows up a bit late, and she does a report. And then they're just like, hey, we're tired of your shenanigans, you're fired.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the whole thing, she's like, hey, cameraman, that's my friend, let's go film this.
Yeah, let's get really close to this restricted military space and then walk right up to it and start taking pictures.
Exactly.
Not very restricted, guys.
You know, it's just an airfield. It's not like it's their home base, Chris. They're just like, oh, hang on here. Nobody's going to come to approach us.
I guess
We're
not.
3-0.
I guess not.
We're the military. We have a giant truck.
That was a cool truck.
It was.
Great job on the
They
truck.
had no other resources, though.
Not the resources.
Like right away, it's like, oh, you're gonna frame this girl because like the military guys, they send out the universal soldiers. No, not any military people. Just go arrest those couple of reporters. Simple, done. No, send out the soldiers.
Yeah.
And then Lundgren ends up shooting a cameraman in the head. Accidents happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it wasn't intentional.
The film.
Fellas, I don't know what
Hey, she didn't do anything!
I don't know what
Christ! GR13! Ceasefire! Ceasefire!
He gets saved by Jean-Claude, thrown in a car, and drives off. You know, he's a little hesitant because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically an on-the-road chase movie at this point.
Mm-hmm. And I really did think this was so silly. Just there's multiple instances of them just driving down the road and looking behind them, and here comes this big military truck, and it's like, are you not able to call ahead and be like, yeah, there's no military bases in Nevada that can just send somebody to come from the other direction, right?
They were just at an
There's
airfield.
just
They took a
no
helicopter
way. Yeah.
earlier.
Anything. They're literally looking in their rearview mirror at this thing a couple miles away, and I'm like, just call anybody else. But whatever, that's the movie.
They get at a hotel. A little funny business with the clerk.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, that's $20. Oh, well, the rooms have phones.
Yeah, they sure
So they
do.
got to get a room, and once you get a hotel room, you get naked.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Jean-Claude Van Damme and you're a little too hot.
Mm-hmm.
Your classic Van Damme ass shot, which is in almost every Van Damme movie.
Yeah. Man works hard on that ass.
He does. He's like, I didn't squat. No, you're putting that in the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't do all those squats for no reason.
Yeah.
Passes out. She has to get a bunch of ice because the Universal Soldiers are cryogenically cooled down.
Mm-hmm.
They get their little memory shot things to wipe their memories, and he didn't get into that. So he's got to cool down.
He's waking up
A
now.
naked ice bath.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the Universal Soldiers and the military show up.
Mm-hmm.
And where they were once perfectly accurate people, they just shoot the shit out of the hotel.
Now stormtroopers. Yeah, we were taking dudes out with a pistol from like downrange.
Lundgren was headshot all throughout this movie, except
for that.
Luke does the logical thing. He runs through a wall into the next hotel room where a couple's having sex.
Mm-hmm.
And then he runs through another wall. And then it's like, there's a brick wall. And then like apparently the military guys are like, no, we've got the schematics for this building and there's a brick wall.
Yeah, it was unclear how they were doing that, but whatever.
He's not gonna get through that one. And I like the girl. She's just like,
well, what's stopping?
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Go.
You're clearly some sort of super soldier.
Yeah. She was good in this. I liked her. I don't really remember her from many other things, but she was spunky, which is what you needed for a good reporter.
Yep.
Wasn't annoying, wasn't damsel in distress throughout the thing.
Mm-hmm. No, she had a lot of agency.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was sort of a reversal of a trope you see applied to women a lot, where it's just like the born yesterday kind of thing. And, I have to take care of her because she doesn't know anything. And it's Jean-Claude Van Damme this time.
Well, she couldn't be helpless because he basically didn't have most of his memories, so he was pretty much mentally a child at times.
Yeah. And, gosh, I think the only other movie I've seen where that's a guy was like George of the Jungle or something. And it's like, oh, this guy doesn't know shit about fuck. Also, he's got a lot of muscles.
I'm sure there's a few out there. Universal Soldiers go to the hotel, they can't find him because they're hiding under the blankets of the people that had sex. And it's just like, there's awkward jokes to be made. What are you doing under those blankets?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Believe me, I had nothing to do with this. Really, I had no idea.
Steals a car. Unfortunately, it's the oldest Buick you could find.
That was a cool looking Buick.
It was nice. Reminds me of like Ralph Macchio's vehicles in Karate Kid.
I mean, it was probably the only car he recognized, right? Like that's from got to be from closer to the right era.
Good point. Yeah, like, he was 69 in Vietnam there. Yeah, they drive off. They're chased again. Where'd they go next? Diner.
No, it wasn't at the gas station then the diner.
Yeah. So many places.
I think it was the gas station.
Yeah, gas station, and then shoot
Gotta
him
strip
up.
him down again.
Yeah, got him naked. Took out his tracking device in his ankle, calf area, and they hid in some trunks with ice.
Yeah. We had another big shootout, and we burned most of the soldiers down.
Yeah, a lot of guys got on fire.
Yeah.
I think only Ralph made it out of that, really. Ralph and Dolph. They go to the supermarket, and he basically killed the commander.
Yeah.
Good shot. I like that the glasses didn't blow off; just blew out the glass.
Yeah.
Killed a couple more people inside the van. Broke a dude's neck right through his little helmet thing. That was impressive. He's taking muscle enhancements, like he needs them. The research guys are just trying to trick him and triple his dose, but that didn't work out so well for them. One guy gets a needle through his head from behind.
The needles were calibrated for super soldiers, so they just go right through normal people.
Well, he also pushed.
Yeah.
Hey, where's the freezer?
Drags some of his people to the supermarket that are dead and throws them in the freezer. I was like, ooh, familiar. Unfortunately, the Colt didn't bring him back, though.
Yeah.
Then he got a little rant. I liked when he's wiping the blood off. He's wiping it on his little military outfit there.
This movie had a lot to say. On the surface, it's very much a dumb action movie, but I feel that was a very intentional shot. We were wiping the blood on the U.S. Army logo. That's very consistent. We have a lot to say about the trauma that comes back from war and how it sticks with the soldiers. We have a lot to say about how the military treats its soldiers once they come back. We have a lot to say about what does a perfect soldier mean to the U.S. military, because in this movie it means a person that you can treat as an object, because these things don't have will of their own. The army doesn't want a human being. They want a super soldier like this.
Yeah, a little robot follows orders.
Yeah, exactly. There's a conflict between being a human and being a perfect soldier, according to this movie. And there's a lot of shit like that in there. And this follows the traditions of a lot of these kind of films from the 80s, where you'd have these big action scenes or big action movies, and they would have some deeper commentary on systems and society. And that's something that we don't get out of blockbusters very much these days. They're much safer and they're much more smoothed off.
Yeah, and a lot of them are just throwing out your Team America "fuck yeah" songs. And
exactly. Exactly.
Forget
Team America was cut from that. It was extremely obvious about its satire.
Yeah.
But it was making points.
Yeah.
And a lot of movies today don't do that.
It's just throw the flag up in the background and forget about all the consequences of anything.
Yeah. Did Transformers have anything to say about the military?
I'm pretty sure
it used the military a shitload. I don't think it made any comments on the military other than "fuck yeah," right?
God damn it, it's a whole fucking platoon dropping like flies. What the hell are you staring at? Do you have any idea what it's like out there?
In the supermarket, Ralph's eating a non-cooked steak. Can't be good for you. And Dolph's just going off. He's just like, fucking you guys don't know how it is, and out there, and
everybody's a traitor.
Yeah. And then some security guys show up, and they all have guns on them, and he shoots them one at a time, and they don't get a shot off.
Yeah. And there's a soldier coming back from Nam with the trauma, you can take the soldier out of the nom, but you can't take the nom out of the soldier, and how is society responding to him, how is he responding to society, and also it's a cool action scene where we get to shoot people.
Yeah. And I believe they were all headshots.
They were all perfect
guy's a
headshots
boss.
because none of them were Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
Hey, freeze!
See?
Luke and the girl, they go to the doctor.
Now
the
we skip the diner.
They're at the
Now
diner,
we skip
yeah.
the diner.
Yeah, because that's where she's doing her research and she finds where the doctor is.
Yeah, and Jean-Claude Van Damme has never eaten food in the last 50 years.
25
years, so he's gonna get it all done. And I can't believe people tried to keep fighting him after like the first two.
Yeah.
Like, why are you so gung-ho to defend the honor of this random diner?
Everybody attack one at a time.
Yeah, not that it would have made a difference.
Yeah, well, I mean, Brenda, who shitty service, wasn't getting a tip. Let's just be honest here.
Mm-hmm.
She
Why
had
does
too
she
much
assume
attitude.
he can't pay?
Yeah, you'd be
Why
able
did
to
she
pay
even
for all
ask that?
And it's like, he was with a girl. Maybe she plans on paying
Yeah,
for it.
like, the guy's clearly, there's something wrong with him.
Yeah.
Like, maybe ask the girl, right?
Yeah, he's giving
like,
you like one-word sentences here,
You
right?
gotta kind of assume he's disabled or something.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt you.
Me? You don't hurt Hank?
So the chef comes out and everybody's just like, I don't want to hurt you. And they're like, what? You're going to beat up the chef? And he does.
Yeah.
And then everybody, I did like the guy at the pool table, took off his jacket. He had guns, man.
Yeah.
He was built.
Yeah.
Didn't last any longer than 2 strikes, but
No.
I like the double fist punch.
Oh my god, the one guy who got his face smashed into the table comes back for more later, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are all idiots. Like,
I knew what I did wrong last time. This time I'm, oh, fuck.
and that one other thing that made me feel like this was more of a Schwarzenegger movie is we didn't get as much Jean-Claude Van Damme, style fighting.
Yeah.
As we would normally. We did work it in there, especially at the end.
Yeah.
But he did very little actual martial arts stuff. It was mostly shooty.
Well, I mean, storyline wise, who taught him the martial arts on the farm when he grew up?
Standard U.S. military training.
Yeah. Yeah, London did have some kicks.
Mm-hmm.
Took out those 3 guys in a row without lowering his leg.
Bang, yeah.
Veterans Hospital? Yes. Great. Operator, can you tell me exactly where that is?
He goes through a window, as you do.
As you do.
Yeah. And they get the location of the doctor, so they go see him.
Get a couple answers.
Yeah, it's Dr. Gregory, and he's just like, oh yeah, like Luke. And we get a little flashback of when Luke came in, and somehow he was still alive when they're doing that. I was like, nah, he was dead.
Well, that might have been when they were resurrecting him.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think they said turning dead flesh into living, so that might have been like when they turned him back on.
Should have just talked to Jeffrey Combs. He knows how to do it.
Jeffrey Combs does. Yeah.
Get some answers, and they figure out where his home is, and that was basically when they died. That's their first impulse, is to go back to there. When he wanted to go home, Lundgren was fighting the war, so they're all still stuck in time.
Yeah, and again, that's literally PTSD. That's what we're talking about.
They get arrested.
I did love that.
Gives her a bus ticket, and she gets on the bus, and then she's standing there, and the bus drives away. It's just like, I'm not leaving you. Oh, fuck.
It was very Blues Brothers, just cutting to that ridiculous, like, panning shot of all the cops.
The bus is only so wide, and the cop cars were like...
Yeah.
It's like, you couldn't have had more.
Yeah.
Put on a prison truck, which is weird, but it's just 2 people. And they're driving, and of course a giant truck driven by Moeller is just ramming it, and takes out all the cop cars. And London's just throwing out one-liners and jokes. He's having a great time.
Chucking out grenades.
Yeah, accuracy, man. You put a hole in that thing, you're just throwing grenades inside, and she's grabbing them, putting them out, and they're just exploding. It's like, holy fuck. after he's like, you better check on your driver. Van Damme gets the steering wheel and they drive, and he's like, are you gonna have to jump? And then
shoves her out.
Yeah, shoves her out. Yeah, and then the whole truck ends up going over at one point.
I know. I was like, I don't think he's dead. We haven't seen his body.
You didn't see Moeller's body. He could still be out there.
He could be.
Yeah.
There's sequels.
Yeah. Don't watch the second one. Maybe watch the third. They're both back. Don't ask me how, but they're both back. And I think they're friends again.
They got to team up.
They definitely
to fight an even
ignore the events of the second one, which was good. He takes him home to the farm.
Meet Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
They're surprisingly cool with all this.
Yeah, right. It's just right away. She's like, Luke.
I mean, he would look exactly the same as last she remembered.
Well, even if like he does look exactly the same,
that's almost more suspicious.
It's just like, oh, like would you recognize your son 25 years later?
A kid.
What if he looked identically when he left?
Yeah, maybe it would have been like maybe he had a kid they didn't know about. Like that could work.
Yeah,
25 years.
They do that. They do that all the time. Movies just recast the same person. You were the son. Hang out for a little bit. She's like, well, I just got off the phone and they don't believe me, but I think I can convince them. So I'm going to go meet them at the sheriff's station and the news people, and we're going to tell a story. And then, of course, Lundgren's out there.
There he is.
He's got her keys. She couldn't even turn the car on. He takes the parents hostage at one point.
We're redoing the opening scene with the trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of that. He's taking his super strength again and again.
Really fast acting super strength.
Yeah, like right away took it. Oh, here comes the board. Shh, no problem. He's throwing them pretty far. He steals one of the serums and Luke injects himself.
Yep.
And it's instant.
Yeah, really fast acting.
Yeah.
And this was the fight where we actually got some Jean-Claude Van Damme stuff.
Yeah.
I still want to watch one of his like more martial arts focused movies where he's actually got some more moves and some more choreography going.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody will say Bloodsport, but I think you're on the right area with the Quest. It's a fun little movie.
I just have vague memories of the Quest.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go.
Wood chipper?
Yeah, it's some kind of thresher wood chipper.
Yeah, it's got
thing.
spikes.
Yeah.
It does not look pleasant. When she's going up there to untie herself and like scrape it on there, I was just like, ooh, I would not stand in front of that thing.
Wonder what's gonna happen with that thing.
And eventually, Lundgren gets stuck on it. And then just when you think he's dead, he almost pulls his face in there. But then it gets his arm broken.
Then he gets chipped.
Yep.
There's little bits.
You're
everywhere.
discharged,
He's
Sarge.
all over the place.
And don't worry, apparently he comes back in the third.
Crazy.
They took every piece and meticulously put it back together.
Yeah.
You're discharged, Sarge.
We had the grenade throw again, where he's just like, run, and she runs, but maybe she was just a better runner.
Could be.
Grenade didn't seem to do anything, except it blew up the car beside it.
It did.
It didn't even hit the car, just right beside it.
Maybe they just don't make grenades like they used to.
Yeah. This was a car grenade. When you play video games, you get certain weapons for certain things. This one blows up cars.
Extra damage to vehicles.
Very little damage to humans.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody's fine. Happy little ending. Don't watch the other ending. That sounds terrible. There's an alternate ending out there, and I did not like what I read. Chris, final thought, man.
It was a fun movie. It was a good old classic early 90s action nonsense. Did have some stuff to say, again, I really do think the rubbing the blood on the US military thing was an intentional choice. Like, it was just kind of there. It was thematically consistent
I was also thinking when he did that, because like he punched through like a glass thing, and then like he pulled his hand out and he had a little blood on his fingers. I'm like, you probably would have sliced up your wrist of it too.
Yeah. Yeah, and the movie, it was even showing a lot of the awful things that the States did in Vietnam, like
the cover up too of like he's dead there with all these earrings, and the guys are like, what the fuck? What do we classify this? Just say MIA.
Yeah, and that kind of shit absolutely happened.
Yeah,
and so it's not shying away from a lot of the realities of war, which. Yeah, sure. That's good points. This was a fun movie. It had a message. I mean, I think it wasn't a particularly revolutionary message, but it's something they wanted you to think about. So yeah, good film. Good Jean-Claude Van Damme.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Beat an asshole. Nice necklace. I got one just like it made out of noses.
Definitely enjoyed this. Van Damme, he does a good job with movies where he's trying to remember the past. Mm-hmm. There's one that's shot in Vancouver, and it's like says Seattle on Vancouver Hospital. And I'm just like, oh my god, that's hilarious. That sign doesn't even look legit. It's like some CGI like over the Vancouver. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, it's a Van Damme movie, and it fulfills its destiny. Mm-hmm. Well, guys, as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.